everyone, how are you? Today I have this amazing recipe of oil-free dal tadka, and for this you will need half cup of arhar dal, 1/4 cup of chana dal, 1/4 cup of masoor dal, 1 large onion or 2/3 cup of chopped onion, and then we need a puree of 2 large tomatoes, 1 inch ginger, 3 to 4 garlic cloves and 2 green chilies. Then we'll need 2 to 3 dry red chilies, 2 teaspoon kasuri methi, 1.5 teaspoon cumin seeds, 1 teaspoon turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon red chili powder, 1 teaspoon coriander powder and half a teaspoon of garam masala. Salt you will need to add according to your taste, and we will be adding a lot of water. I don't know the exact quantities. Just add as much as you need to make the dal soft and tender. Basically the amount of water that you'll need will actually depend on the quality of the water and also your cookware. And of course some fresh coriander for garnishing. Rinse the dal thoroughly. Then transfer to the cookware and soak it in enough water for 2 to 3 hours. Since lentils swell up on soaking, so make sure there is enough water here. I would suggest not to use a pressure cooker, as this will kill most of the nutrients in your food and you will notice a huge difference in taste when you don't pressure cook your dals. After 3 hours of soaking, keep the dal for cooking, and to save time, I usually boil some water in a separate cook pot. Keep them both covered. This will save you time as well as your fuel. Make sure to leave a small opening that allows steam to escape. While the water is heating, we can prepare the masala. In a heavy bottom pan, add the chopped onions with some salt. Cover it and let it cook on low flame. Keep checking it to make sure that the onions don't stick to the bottom. And in case you notice they're sticking, then you can add some hot water. Do not add cold water, it gives toxic shock to the food, and also it brings down the temperature of your cooking utensil and it will just take longer to cook. Now the water is boiled, we can add this to the dal. And like I mentioned, the quantity of water you need really depends on your water type and cookware, so you just keep adding hot water as and when required. Now check back on the onions. Once they are nice golden brown, we will add the puree we made from tomato, ginger, garlic and green chilies. Stir it well and cover it and let it cook on a low heat. Keep checking and add hot water as required to prevent it from burning. Keep checking on the dal as well. After some time, you will notice some foam build-up. This is due to the saponins in the dal and we need to remove it. If we were pressure cooking it, we would have totally missed this step and this would have gone inside your stomach. I'm going to check on the masala again. I see that it's starting to stick at the bottom, so I'm adding a bit more hot water here. You'll know this is cooked when the raw smells of the tomatoes goes away. At this time, add the kasuri methi. Mix it well and cook it for a few more minutes. I'm going to check back on the dal now and remove any remaining foam. Now add some salt. For dals, I use sea salts just so that to include a variety of salts in my diet. At this point, you can add more water if required. Cover it and let it cook till it's soft and tender. The masala is now cooked and we can keep it aside, and we'll be using this later. Now I'm going to make the tempering. In a small pan, dry roast the cumin seeds. Once they start to splutter, add the red chilies. Once they are roasted, turn off the stove. This is again an important step, I always mention it, that we need to turn off the stove before we add any of the dry powders, because otherwise they'll burn. Now move the cumin seeds on one side of the pan and add the other powdered spices and mix it well. Again, keep this aside and we're going to use this later. Now the dal is almost cooked. So we're going to add the masala. Mix it well and continue to cook for another 5-10 minutes. Once it's cooked, turn off the stove and add the tempering. To avoid any lumps, add a small amount of dal in the tempering. Mix it well and then add this mixture to the dal. Now mix this well and keep it covered until you want to serve it. I'm going to have this with some brown rice today.
It's so good.